Prosecutors asked her how many times Diddy had assaulted her like that before. She said too many to count.
Israel Flores. In 2016, the LAPD officer was working security at a hotel when this now infamous altercation unfolded.
What happens behind the velvet curtains of power, fame, and wealth? Most of us will never know. But what if someone finally told the truth? A music icon faces the collapse of his empire, not because of a scandal, but because the people who were once silent are finally speaking. And their stories, they're beyond anything we've ever heard before. This isn't just another Hollywood controversy. This is a full-blown federal investigation, complete with burner accounts, hidden deals, and testimonies so graphic and disturbing they've stunned even seasoned court reporters. At the center of it all, Cassie Ventura, 8 months pregnant, defiant, and determined to expose everything. Cassie Ventura was more than a rising star. She was a muse, a girlfriend, a product of a powerful machine. For years, people whispered about her and Sean Diddy Combs. But whispers never hurt the powerful. Then in 2023, Cassie filed a bombshell lawsuit. She accused Diddy of things most people couldn't even imagine. The case was settled in less than 24 hours for a reported $20 million. The speed said it all. But now, the silence is over. She's no longer just a lawsuit on paper. She's taking the stand and bringing the truth with her. The courtroom gasped as Cassie described a world hidden from the cameras, a world of so-called freak-offs, a twisted ritual where Diddy allegedly orchestrated bizarre, degrading encounters between Cassie and male escorts. According to testimony, Cassie was forced to endure acts so vile, so humiliating, that she sometimes ran from the hotel rooms barefoot, bruised, and sobbing. And this wasn't just a one-time event, it became her life. The FBI didn't just stumble onto this story, they knew they were dealing with something massive. So they created burner accounts, they posed as clients, they baited the escorts, and when those men showed up, the feds made them talk. The first escort to speak up was Daniel Phillips. What he described in court felt more like a horror film than real life. He said he met Cassie and Diddy at Manhattan's Gramercy Park Hotel. But this wasn't a party, it was a setup. Cassie greeted him in lingerie. Diddy lurked in the shadows, face covered, camera in hand. Red wigs, astral glide, red couches soaked in oil. Diddy's instructions were precise. Daniel was told what to do, when to do it, and even how to fake certain emotions for Diddy's viewing pleasure. But the worst? Daniel claims Diddy forced him to urinate on Cassie. When he didn't do it right, Diddy made him do it again, over and over, until it matched his disturbing vision. When Cassie took the stand, her voice didn't shake. She confirmed every word of Daniel's account and added more. She said Diddy made her rub the escort's fluids on his chest, on his nipples. He claimed it turned him on. Sometimes he'd watch over FaceTime, sometimes from behind a curtain. She said she choked on urine. She said she was beaten. And she said the smallest mistake, a glance, a comment, could lead to another assault. She was 22 when the freak-offs began. She was a music artist, but the music stopped. Instead, her days were filled with sessions that lasted 36 to 48 hours, sometimes over long weekends, and then she'd spend days recovering from what was done to her. It wasn't about lust, it was about power. Cassie revealed how Diddy controlled her with fear, money, and humiliation. She had signed a 10-album deal, but only released one album. The rest of her time was spent being available for whatever Diddy wanted. He made her call him by her grandfather's nickname. He demanded she participate in these encounters even during her period, and when she tried to say no, she got hit. The freak-offs became her full-time job. The music was dead. She was no longer an artist. She was property. Remember the rumors about Diddy's obsession with baby oil? They weren't rumors. Cassie testified that Diddy demanded the oil be heated in sinks before use. It was poured over her body like fuel for a fire that never ended. The oil, the freak-offs, the sessions, everything had to be just right. The police reportedly found over 1,000 bottles of it during a raid. Not props, not gifts, essentials. For Diddy, running out wasn't an option. And when the FBI realized how deep this went, they got creative. Burner accounts, bait messages, coaxing witnesses into hotel meetups where agents were waiting to flip them. So far, only one male escort has testified, but court documents suggest there are more, many more. Some are being offered legal deals in exchange for their truth. Others are being tracked and lured by federal investigators. One thing is certain, the worst testimony may not have even been heard yet. And insiders say some of these witnesses don't just back up Cassie's claims, they make them look tame. Viewers online are asking the obvious. Could Diddy really have done all this alone? One viral comment said, "There's no way this man pulled this off without help. There were handlers or wranglers, people in the rooms. Who are they?" Another added, "We need to stop acting like these abusers are working solo. The system protected him. Who built that system?" Diddy isn't just facing accusations of assault, he's now under a RICO investigation, a charge usually used for mob bosses and drug kingpins. This goes way beyond Hollywood gossip. Cassie's escape was dramatic. She waited for Diddy to enter the shower and then ran, barefoot, bruised, and bleeding. Her testimony's heartbreaking. But it's also incredibly brave. She said she stayed because she was afraid, because she didn't know any other life, because no one in the industry ever stepped in to help. But now, she's speaking for all the women and men who were silenced. What we've seen so far is just the beginning. Federal agents are still circling, more witnesses are preparing to speak, and social media is demanding full exposure. Names, roles, enablers, this trial could redefine how the industry handles abuse, or it could reveal a darkness we're not ready to confront. Either way, the dam is breaking, and what comes out next could change everything. What do you think about Cassie's testimony? Should others be held accountable too? And who else might be involved behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out our next video exposing the names that Diddy allegedly kept hidden from the world. Because this story, it's far from over.